Sherwood, 7, Midnight Count, Peter Hobbs, 8, Panto Prince, Brendan Powell, 9, last year's winner, Oearlyman, Tom Morgan, 11, Super Furrow, Martin Tracy, 13, Very Promising, the old rival, Richard Dunwoody, of Oearlyman, and 14 for Ireland, trained by Arthur Moore, who won this with Drumgora, whose father won the first running in 1959 with Queedaquay, Weather the Storm, written by Tom Taff.
So, well, Weather the Storm had moved into third place on the outside behind the all-the-way leader, Hungry Her, when he completely misjudged the third last fence and took a crashing fall. He got up quite quickly, but not surprisingly was very...
Now, he was the only horse that...
Desert Orchid, 8-1, fourth favourite. Oearlyman is the favourite, though, 15-8, very promising, and Weather the Storm, very promising, is now 7-2, Weather the Storm is 130, Desert Orchid is 9-1, Long Engagement 10s, Panto Prince 20-1, Midnight Count and Super Furrow 25-1. That's a full show.
So the runners here just beginning to get in some sort of order and following the huntsman out here, a regular feature of the Cheltenham National Hunt Festival, as it should be here.
He could be thereabouts of the day.
Something to say about him.
Tommy, your feelings about this one?
I'd go for last year's champion, Oearlyman. But I think Weather the Storm will put a good run in.
Obviously, with Desert Orchid there, it's going to be a decent pace. That's not going to be against Oearlyman, is it? They're lining up. Here's Peter.
So 12 fences to jump in this one. Desert Orchid towards the left, Panto Prince towards the right. Very Promising is in third. Desert Orchid lands in the lead from Panto Prince and Very Promising. Then Long Engagement and Weather the Storm and Midnight Count, Super Furrow and Oearlyman just the back marker. He's over on the far rail. Desert Orchid there from Panto Prince. Then Very Promising and Long Engagement. Oearlyman right over on the far rail. Weather the Storm towards the left. On the far left is Midnight Count. Super Furrow just the back marker now. And Desert Orchid blazing the trail with Colin Brown. From Very Promising and Panto Prince together. Then Midnight Count and Weather the Storm and Long Engagement. Oearly Prince and Super Furrow as they jump the third. Desert Orchid clear of Panto Prince and Very Promising and Weather the Storm and Midnight Count, and Oearlyman and Long Engagement and Super Furrow. Desert Orchid by about 10 lengths now as he comes to the fourth of the 12 fences. He jumps it brilliantly. Panto Prince jumped it next, then the grey Weather the Storm, Very Promising next. Then on the inside, Oearlyman, Long Engagement on his harder, Midnight Count and Super Furrow the back marker. Desert Orchid, never yet successful on a left-hand course, comes to the fifth, clear of Panto Prince and Weather the Storm and Very Promising, and Oearlyman making ground on the inner. Long Engagement, Midnight Count and Super Furrow. This is the water now. Desert Orchid, clear over it from Weather the Storm and Panto Prince. And Very Promising, Oearlyman on the inner, Midnight Count, Long Engagement. This is the first of the ditches now. Desert Orchid lands clear of Panto Prince, who jumps it second. Weather the Storm third. Very Promising and Oearlyman together. Then Midnight Count on the outside. Then Long Engagement. Then Super Furrow. Another plain one now, the eighth before the final ditch. And Desert Orchid there from Panto Prince in second. Weather the Storm is third. 4, 5 and 6 a Long Engagement. Very Promising and Oearlyman, and then Midnight Count and Super Furrow. And with his lead reduced to about 5 lengths now, Desert Orchid comes to the last ditch. 4 from home. Desert Orchid lands in the lead of Panto Prince. Weather the Storm is third. Long Engagement 4. Oearly Prince 5, 6 Very Promising. 7 is Midnight Count. 8 and last and under pressure is Super Furrow as they begin to run downhill now, with 3 left to jump in the Queen Mother Champion Chase. And Desert Orchid, the grey, in the lead as they come down the hill from Panto Prince on the right of the picture. Weather the Storm going well just in behind them. Then comes Very Promising and Long Engagement in the center of the picture. Desert Orchid on the right is Panto Prince. The grey, then another grey Weather the Storm in third. Pearly Man going very well, just in behind Desert Orchid now. Very promising, being hard ridden towards the right of the picture as they come down to the second last. Desert Orchid on the left, Pearly Man and Panto Prince to the right. A mistake there by Very Promising. They're racing now to the final turn now, and Tom Morgan looks round as Pearly Prince, last year's winner. Pearly Man storms into the lead. It's Pearly Man as they race towards the final fence now in the Queen Mother Champion Chase. Pearly Man with Very Promising renewing his challenge, but Pearly Man with his white face is going to jump it 2 lengths in the lead. Pearly Man from Very Promising. Desert Orchid renewing his challenge. This is a carbon copy of last year, except that Pearly Man is going to win it much more easily as they race up towards the line. Pearly Man has it well sewn up. Desert Orchid is challenging Very Promising for second place, and at the line Pearly Man is the winner. Desert Orchid just gets up to be second ahead of Very Promising third, and Midnight Counter strong finishing fourth. That's the 1, 2, 3, 4 in the Queen Mother Champion Chase. First, number 9, Pearly Man, owned by Mrs. Valerie Shaw and Mr. Willie Jenks, trained by John Edwards and ridden by Tom Morgan. Second was number